I love being an American. America is number one.
Like many countries, America has large, densely populated urban cities that are teeming with life and includes a microcosm of the world's cultures. These cities include many businesses and corporations employing men and women that support their family. However, many of these men and women are usually not cultured from the city's urban life. This is the story of modern America, where full equality has not been achieved. Oppressive rules have trickled down and has limited many minorities from accomplishing and reaching major goals. The education system within these urban communities are incredibly riddled with internal obstacles which place limits on inner city kids on what they can achieve. So who does this affect and where does this come into play? The internal issues within these public schools usually affect inner city kids and families that live below the poverty line. Cities such as Atlanta, Cleveland, Philadelphia, Los Angeles, just to name a few, are among those with a large amount of families living at the poverty line and struggling inner city populations. Most students attend schools belonging to these inner city school districts in which funding is virtually non-existent. Disadvantaged youth in major cities across the U.S. struggle to attain an education that will help them and their families out. There are many contributing factors to this growing national issue. Money, the oil to the machine of making anything work. Money is a serious issue throughout these school districts, and lack of funding is what prevents the improvement of these inner city schools' conditions. Money also dictates the maintenance of faculty, and that area is nothing to wave off. The ratios between student and staff should be consistent, otherwise work would be much more inefficient. Then you ask, who is trying to solve this major national crisis? Well, mayors and superintendents are working to resolve this glaring issue. A backwards problem in an advanced and developed country like America cannot go forward and must be dealt with. It is the job of public school officials to address and fix it. In addition, school alumni or local benefactors can donate for the upgrade of facilities and resources of public schools for the current students. School staff can reach out and ask the community to donate. They can also run events that encourage profit for their school. An economic solution can be reached by perfectly calculating and planning budgets to address specific issues. Salaries for teachers, money reserved for resources and facilities should all be accounted for. Figuring out what each school needs and adroitly using these funds for the upgrade of these schools is important. Cutting salaries for district officials and increasing payroll for teachers is one step. Hiring more counselors and school nurses and hiring in spots where demands are most wanted as a whole is an effective remedy. Government officials in Washington can start a funding program for national public schools, as it is known that problems facing urban schools can be found in gradual but extremely powerful changes in the nation's economy. Of course, people need to change their attitudes and behaviors. Americans need to understand the situation in urban public schools and its significance to America. Putting their pride and prejudices aside and starting to contribute for the well-being for these schools and disadvantaged students is one way. Another way is for school officials. In an article titled "A New Era in Urban Education," the author states, school officials claim the dismal results by referring to the large concentrations of poor and non-English speaking students in cities and correlates poverty with low academic achievement. Rather than pinning the problem on the students and actually taking the initiative to improve the common condition and issues in their public schools is one thing they can do to improve matters. It is vital that responsibility and appropriate action is taken to combat issues such as disadvantaged youth in America today. Challenges may come from those who do not see the importance in fixing this problem. People who believe their tax dollars should be used for more important matters is something that happened in the past. In addition, starting an entirely new fund to help every urban school across the nation might be difficult to gain traction. There may be detractors who believe the national budget should focus on military and other needs. However, illiteracy in the nation should not exist. Americans should know their national language and history, mathematics, the science of the world around them, and discover the opportunity to learn and be a part of activities that attract them. In conclusion, it should be known that a developed and massive power such as the U.S. should mean its citizens are living in its foundations and beliefs. America is a land of opportunity, and everyone in this country should all have equal chances. Education is a vital part of one's growth, and without it, they are lost in the world. It is imperative that every citizen can look at this issue and bring it to national attention.